What do you think might be some signs that someone needs to go on a retreat?
I think when you're just feeling overwhelmed by anything, from a female's perspective, I think you often get quite emotional, or you just have lose patience as well. I have been in that burnout space, or almost myself. I've also seen a close family member being in that burnout space. So it's when you just, everything's overwhelming, and you're processing. You can notice that your mental processing, you're not as sharp, or you just can't cope. And I also often say you kind of get decision fatigue. Like you don't want to make any more decisions, and life kind of has lost its joy a bit. And I think it's really good to also reconnect with others, like-minded people, and to come to a space where you can chat, where you have the safety to share your heart. But part of our retreats is that we really love to look after you. So the food's amazing. Ryan, one of our chefs, was in the station last week, and his passion is just like blessing you with food, but good food made from scratch. And then we have worship times, and then we've got the art studio, and then for the blokes.
Yeah, you just get out in the beautiful surroundings we have. You've got boats, and we can sail, we can surf, we can paddleboard, we can kayak, we can snorkel, fish, you name it. So just get away from the stuff, but with another bunch of guys or another bunch of ladies, and just open up your hearts to each other. And it's really powerful, actually, very healing. You know, often when you share your troubles and your worries, they go away, it's like you release them.
Yeah.
And there's something special about Orama. It's when we get comments all the time when people come in about what am I feeling? What's that present? Non-Christians even feel it when they come into that place. There's just been so much prayer and so much happened in that place over the years that's established this open heaven.
And what do you find too in terms of the differences that maybe the men and women experience? I know you've got different retreats for men and women there too. So maybe starting with you, Dean, what have you noticed about what the guys get out of these retreats when they're getting together with a bunch of blokes? And it might just seem like a great time in the great outdoors, but there's more to it than that.
Yeah, you'd think we'd go and blow things up and do bloke stuff, but actually it's not like that at all, actually. We took them out fishing. It was probably one of the best fishing days we've ever had. We got photos of fish lined up along the lawn, but their highlight was sitting around the fire playing guitar and singing worship.
Wow.
Under the stars. So.
Do you think it's more challenging to encourage men to actually gather together for a men's retreat than, let's say, women who are more likely to want to kind of, come together to kind of share?
Well, my hat's off to the women, actually, because I think they sent the guys. I actually want to challenge the guys to send your good women. Behind every good man's a great woman. And we didn't have as many of the women come last time, and I was saying, come on, guys, you need to think about your wives and bless them to come and get in that environment as well, because we all need it. You just can't have too much of it, right?
Yeah, well, we know that Jesus took himself away, right, to retreat and spend time with God. And so he's modeled that. And that means that we need to kind of follow those footsteps, have time with each other, but also have time where we can just talk to God and have a break from all the distractions. So what do you have coming up that people could get involved with?
Yeah, so we've got lots of things on the horizon, so we're really excited about. So we have this long weekend, so we have the men's and women's retreat, so that's end of August and beginning of September for those. But we're also launching Grace Point.
Ooh, what's Grace Point?
So that is it's a recovery and wellness centre. So basically, you can come in for blocks of time, up 7 days, 5 days, up to 21 days, and then we just love on you, take care of you. But we also have the option to do art therapy or just go into the art studio. We've got coming on board different counsellors, Christian life coaches, wellness coaches, and so we can just embrace you and help you with just to recover from burnout, from stress, from, if you're just finding mentally you're not coping with life, we want to just put in a program that helps you just to get you back on your feet, just get that joy back in your life. We're also been looking at, and we're about to launch also a kind of a recovery program. So people that have been through rehab and they're not quite ready to go back into their real life. So we'll take them on a program, and so we've got, again, Christian counsellors in place to actually remotely. We also will offer daily pastoral care as well. So we've actually had a lot of experience in that in the last few years. God's just been sending us people And it's really highlighted this is where God wants Orama to go. Because we kind of will run something and then next minute we're doing kind of wellness and recovery and things. And we've just seen lives changed. And it's just a beautiful space to be in.
I actually had the privilege of accompanying a friend to a recovery meeting a number of years ago. And I remember thinking even then, there's a lot of principles out of a recovery session, 12-step program, that I think actually would do really well in a church.
Yes.
You know, we sit there, we just acknowledge that our lives have got out of control, that we need to rely on a power greater than our own, and we sit there and support one another.
Yes.
Is this a challenge sometimes you find when people are coming along to learn how to deprogram from maybe that sense of, I need to give advice and have the answers to everything, to rather relying on that support network and allowing God to do the work in our lives instead?
Yes, I think that is really important to actually have that quiet time and space as well. So what if we also find too is we don't want to have people getting too busy because you can hide behind the busyness. So there is downtime, and we've got a chapel, and we've got seats along the foreshore.
Right. So it's not a back-to-back schedule that people are going to be getting.
No,
okay.
We kind of build it. We have to just really work out what people need. Some people need a bit more structure. Some people just need that time. But within that time, it needs to be that quiet, because that helps you confront what you're dealing with God when you've got that space. And just make sure everybody realises, Orama's on Great Barrier Island, so you actually fly in or you come via Sea Link ferry or one of the ferries, and so you are actually taking yourself right away from your everyday into this beautiful spot that God's creation is amazing, but it's also got that presence of God from the years of prayer and the sacrifice that people have put in to build it to what we get the privilege of stewarding today.
Well, it sounds marvellous. I can imagine there's quite a cost to bringing this all together, and you've got people that are really passionate about what they're doing, working there, and you've talked about creating this new place where people can come for recovery. What has the response been like to this in terms of the community? And do you guys have any external support of people kind of sewing into this?
That's a really good question. That's the space we're in right at the moment, is how do we actually keep this going and what does that look like? So we've actually engaged a marketing, Chris Ewing, who came on board to help us get the word out there for a start. And then we're also looking at having people come on as patrons or supporters on a regular basis so we can carry on with what we're doing. But we also run accommodation as well. So we've set up Karaka Bay, which is another website, so people can come in from holiday accommodation and stay. So we really encourage everybody, come and stay with us. Bring your family for a holiday as well and support us that way. We run a summer camp as well too. And so that holiday accommodation it's stay with purpose. So we put that message through. So even for the non-believers, just talking to them and telling them what we do, they're excited, and sometimes they might round up their bill or they'll do a donation as well. So we've just got building on that and just working with God on how we actually provide.
Right.
As well.
So whether or not you need to take a bit of time for yourself, or maybe you've experienced the benefit of somewhere like Orama in your own life and you want to support this as well, what is the best way for people to get in touch with you guys and either sign up for one of these retreats or show some support for the work you're doing?
Yes, jump on our website, orama.nz, so ORAMA, so all the information's on that. We're just about to launch a refreshed website that's going to be really clear and things. So if you find it, you go on the website, try next week. But we are, that's the best place to connect with us.
Amazing. I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn your notifications on so you don't miss the next video.
We'll see you in the next one.